Good evening. My name is Mike Cronin, and I'm the Director of Public Facilities for the Town of Lexington. Tonight, I'd like to talk about Article 26, the design funds for Lexington High School. Some of the topics we'd like to talk about tonight are the invitation into the MSBA process, the schedule, costs, and the appropriation. On March 2nd of 2022, the MSBA invited the Town of Lexington into Module 1, also known as the eligibility period, which commenced on June 1st of 2022. During the eligibility period, the town completed the following 6 tasks: the initial compliance certificate, creating the school building committee, the educational profile questionnaire, online enrollment projection, maintenance and capital planning information, and the local authorization of funding, which was Article 2, special town meeting on April 11, 2022, in the amount of $1.825 million. In March of 2023, the project moved into Module 2, called Forming the Project Team, the selection of the owner's project manager and the architect. In June of 2023, Doran Whittier was selected to be the town's OPM, and in October of 23, SMMA was selected to be the town's architect. In October of 2023, the town was successfully moved into Module 3, the feasibility study. As part of the feasibility study, the project team will hold community and staff meetings, develop an existing conditions report of the existing building, submit the educational plan, submit the PDP, or also known as the Preliminary Design Program, submit the PSR, which is our preferred schematic report, then develop preferred design into schematic design documents. As part of the feasibility process, there's community engagement, where more than 80 public meetings have been held so far. Those will include the school building committee, the LHS staff meetings, the focus group, and the community engagement meetings. School building committee meets weekly. Here's a picture of the projected timeline. As you can tell, this is about a 2-year window. This is just for the feasibility and the schematic design window of the project. This is not the entire project, but just the feasibility and the schematic design. And you can see this represented by the white line that goes across the screen, starting in the fall of 2023 when we were invited into the feasibility phase in October, all the way through January of 2026. And you can tell at the bottom there are these multicolored squares that talk about community meetings. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of community meetings scheduled between now and when we develop an initial design. At the very top, you can see all of the teardrops or the markers where we have significant events that will take place through this period. And lastly, this red line is where we are today. We started in October of 2023, and we are here today in March-April timeline. And this is as far as we've gotten so far through this process. We have a long way to go. Some of the upcoming typical expenses for a project of this size: the architect and the OPM fees, development of many options. So we're going to spend a lot of time developing and redeveloping and reproposing options. Going through a series of value management exercise, which really means to take a look at the options that we're talking about and finding ways to build that building for less money. There'll be some engineering and testing, some exploratory site work. We're going to have to dig test pits, and we're going to look into the soil samples and see how the ground is to support a new building. And there'll be a variety of different studies. Reimbursement. One of the more important questions we've had is this funding reimbursable? So the answer is these funds would pay for the design team work and the feasibility schematic design and up to design development. In conversations with the MSBA, they confirmed that all expenses for the feasibility study and the schematic design are indeed reimbursable. This appropriation would be added to the appropriation from Article 2, special town meeting, on April 11th of 2022, the appropriation for Article 26. The request is to appropriate $10 million to be used for design, engineering, studies, testing, and all appropriate project costs for the Lexington High School. Thank you very much for your time.